If you are 20 years old and you are not investing yet, you are already behind. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because nobody told me early enough. I'm 20 years old, enlisted in the United States military, and I've managed to build a $14,000 investment portfolio. And if I can do it on my paycheck, you can too. Being in your 20s is the only time in your life where a little bit of investing turns into a whole lot. And most people, honestly, let it go to waste. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over why you should be investing within your early ages. As y'all know, time is money, and over time, your money can make you more money. That's why compound interest is absolutely insane when you are young. Compound interest, in simple terms, is number one, you put in money. Number two, the money that you put in earns more money. Number three, next time, you earn interest on both. The money that's already invested, plus the interest you already earned. A good example of this, according to Russell Investments, is assuming a 6% annual return rate. $1 invested at the age of 20 would become $13.76 by the age of 65. But if you invested that same $1 instead at the age of 40, it would only be worth $4.29 by the age of 65. Another good example of this is starting to invest $100 a month at age 20 versus starting to invest $100 a month at age 30 is a huge difference worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That compound interest works for you. Starting early on is really your superpower. Even small amounts matter. In today's day and age, one of your top battles will always be inflation. It is literally stealing your money. I know people that are keeping $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in their bank account just sitting there while interest is slowly eating at that money. A great example of this is if you have $10,000 in your savings and inflation is 3% with the very low bank interest rate, your real purchasing power drops significantly. According to Real Bricks, that $10,000 after 10 years is only worth about $7,800 in today's buying power, which I don't know about y'all, but I personally could not let 10 years of time eat $2,200 from my bank account. It would just eat me alive. I couldn't do that. Investing is literally the only way to beat inflation long term. Y'all thinking cash is risk free, but in reality, inflation is slowly eating at that money every single year. Instead of letting your cash sit in your savings account, you can invest in assets that outpace inflation and even make you more money. And even with long-term planning, like if you're planning on buying some kind of house or retiring or anything like that, you should probably account for inflation rises an average of 3% every single year, which is pretty buns in my opinion. But I mean, it is what it is. You gotta do what you can. Point number three is you don't even need a lot of money. At the age of 20 years old, $100 per month is more than enough. Forbes has a great example of this. Starting to invest at 20 years old, putting $100 in every single month with an assumed average return rate of 8 to 12%, depending on the market, can lead to over $200,000 in the next 30 years. Y'all don't even realize this, but starting is more important than the amount you put in. Reason number four is that investing builds freedom, not exactly riches. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of tired of going to work every single day. Working 5 days a week for 40 hours a week for the rest of your life does not really sound like freedom to me. Most young people nowadays are literally just getting into debt and feeding into all these kinds of impulse buys. You can contrast yourself with discipline by investing. Literally, if you avoid these mistakes everyone else makes in the early ages, you literally win automatically. So with that being said, with some delayed gratification and actually grinding right now for your years of old age, you will then later be able to live the life you want to live. I'm talking you could travel, buy whatever the heck you want, and live the life that you want to live. Ultimately, investing is not about being rich, but rather not about being broke. It's not about investing a lot of money, even if it's small. It's about starting early and letting time do all the heavy lifting. And my last reason on why you should be investing in your early on ages is because investing kind of forces discipline, and your future self will for sure thank you. You learn budgeting, you avoid bad spending habits, you have a long-term growth mindset, and investing ultimately kind of becomes part of your identity. Literally, with the simple strategy of investing, by the age of 30, you will be ahead of most of the people your age. You'll have so many more options instead of stress. You'll avoid financial panic that most people face in their life especially around that age, and you're planting seeds for your future self to harvest, which I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like a win-win to me. A super simple guide on getting started with investing is number one, open up some kind of Roth IRA. That can be with Fidelity, Webull, Robinhood. There are so many other websites that are very trustworthy for you to start a Roth IRA with, just depending on what you are looking for within that. Number two is to invest in simple ETFs like the S&P 500 index fund. Number three is to automate monthly contributions. That being so that you don't even have to think about where your money is going, and it is automatically done for you, which will literally make your life 10 times easier when it comes to investing. So start now. Your 20-year-old self is the version of yourself with the most power in your life. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed that video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for much more content to come. With that being said, y'all have a blessed day.